opportunity. Listen to reason, man. Why make your job difficult? Just let us do as we please, like the mayor before you did.
Guy, Jessica was kidnapped.
Jessica?
My sweetheart since childhood.
The Mad Gear must pay. She's my friend too. Count me in.
Alright, time for some final fight action. Can't be any worse than I did yesterday. So, let's see how this goes. Decisions. Guy or Cody? Guy or Cody? Let's stick with Cody for now. A badass super kick that I probably will be doing very infrequently as this game goes on. Brad and Doug. I will be commenting on the names of these villains. Brad and Doug are, of course, ridiculous. Diamond's sort of okay. Not really a tough guy name, but you know. Jay. Down goes Jay. Hamburger. Guy's name is Hamburger. Brad. Hollywood. Hollywood's like a joke name, like a tough guy would get. Like his crew would call him Hollywood. Hamburger, like they probably call like the fat guy in the gang, or like some guy that just eats hamburgers all day. Yeah, wish I got a turkey or something, that would have helped out. These guys are just crouching, waiting for action to come. Got my pipe action going on here. That's what's fair about this game. When you come back on the stage area, it knocks everyone else down, giving you some time to acclimate. sure these tires. There it goes. That's what I was looking for. Barbecue. Axel. That's like the tough guy name from the 80s. Name's Axel. 2P. Not 1P, not 3P, 2P. And again, all of these guys look like they're really like just screaming out of the 80s like nobody's business. Thrasher, like super 80s name. This guy looks like a strung out wrestler or something like that. It's actually probably like what the guys over at Capcom were thinking, like it's like a strung out wrestler guy to be like the boss of like a stage in this game that we're making. It's kind of like a wimp though, because like he's getting his ass kicked and then he's like, hey, you're gonna need some backup over here. Yeah, Hollywood's getting torn up. Well, he was. Roxy, although pretty sure she goes by another name. He goes by another name. People know that story. Poison, maybe. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have gotten sandwiched in between these guys. Sorry, Thrasher. Thrashing days are over. So I cleared the slump. Now I'm clearly in a subway. There's Axe. Ah, there's Poison. That's the Poison we all like. Poison and Roxy. And, just because of the backstory, I like Poison more. Slash, come on. You had Axel and Slash, like, you pretty much got half of the Guns N' Roses in this game. Hey man, thanks. I love this game too. You know, I haven't played it in God knows how long. And I actually played Final Fight mostly at the arcades back in the day. But like I'm trying to play now, and you know, I realize with time I've come to suck at this game. Although I'm doing better than I was doing yesterday. Yeah, the music in this game kicks ass. And, you know, I guess if you're gonna come out on the Sega CD, that's like at least the benefit. Like, you'll get slightly better music than the cart, although it should have been a lot better. It was pretty good. I'm gonna complain. You know, Double Impact I haven't played in a long time either. Like, that's a game like I really want to get into. So actually, I'm glad you asked that. Like what game should I play, man? Like I'm all old school cool. So let me know what games I should like get back into, because it's been a while since I played Final Fight. You know, I miss the beat 'em up games. Like that's the game. Like the kind of just like mindless fun. If you want to play for like 20 minutes, you can play for 20 minutes. If you want to play for like 3 hours, that's cool too. You just don't do that anymore. Like, you know, like if you get a new game, you gotta go through like a 3-hour tutorial on how to play it, and I don't know. Yeah, so if the soundtrack is that good, I'll have to check that out. You know, like I said, I played it, but the soundtrack doesn't ring a bell, to be honest with you. So Andor over here is taking me out. Hollywood. Although, you know, shouldn't his name be Hugo? Yeah, no, the Streets of Rage is definitely cool. I mean, that's a classic. So, all the Streets of Rage games are cool. I mean, and for the soundtrack, I mean, you're not going to get much better from like the 16-bit days than that. I mean, like that's just, besides being a kick-ass game, the soundtrack was just out of this world, considering like, you know, what the Genesis could do. So yeah, that's a game I'll have to actually fire up. I'd like to get back into that one too. So like those games were cool too because, you know, you can have like 2 players playing at the same time, like on the same side more or less, although you have to be careful not to kick each other's ass. Yeah, you know, that's the other thing that I miss about games too. Like, I love the storyline behind like some of these older franchises, and like, you know, they have a lot of flexibility to really develop the storyline over time, and adapt and, you know, build on that, and like the crossover, you know, like obviously you'll see like the Final Fight guys in Street Fighter or whatever. So, you know, I just miss those days where like I didn't feel like Capcom or whatever, Konami or Sega was like on the brink of like calling it quits from like from making games on consoles. It just seems like super competitive now, and they don't have much luck. But Streets of Rage, that's a good call. I will probably play that at some point this week. And I think if I recall, Streets of Rage 2, you know, arguably was the better one in the series. Although, again, it's hard to pick. They're all pretty good. Oh, no kidding. I don't know if I really knew that. So is this where, like, Cody turned to a life of crime because of his Final Fight days? See, yeah, that's cool. See, I like stuff like that. I wish... did they mention that in Street Fighter 4? I can't really remember. I really like the Cody... I really like Cody in Street Fighter 4, if I'm not getting my Street Fighters mixed up. He was in that one. I just didn't like his punch move. Like, it was sort of opposite of like the motion for like the dragon punch. And if it was the same, I would have probably preferred playing with him. So clearly I need to do better at this game. Or maybe cheat, like get like a controller with a turbo button so I don't have to continuously press the same button over and over again. I can just hold it down. Alright, so after I'm done playing this game, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start checking out like the backstory on Cody and Guy. So I mean, I'm guessing by your name here that you're obviously a fan of Street Fighter. So which one in the series are you a fan of the most. I'm still kind of up in the air on 5. I'm not sure if I'm entirely sold on that. So, is it just me, man? Yeah, Street Fighter 3 was a good one. Is it just me, or isn't this guy's name in Street Fighter, isn't he Sodom? Isn't that his name? Like, why are they calling him Katana here? Or, why did they go from calling him Katana to Sodom? I don't know. That sucked. Yeah, in the U.S. back then, it wasn't that long ago. You know, like this, like, you know, the story about Poison, you know, her story or whatever, that was censored or altered from the Japanese version. So, yeah, I kind of wish they kept that intact back in the day. Yeah, that's true too. I'm not gonna get this one. Yeah, that was a nice little touch. I like that. You know, I'm glad they're reviving some of these characters. You know, I feel like these Japanese companies, they have like such like a wealth of like storyline to draw from, and they just don't half the time. And I don't know if it's just because it's like really expensive making games, and but you know, I wish they would kind of entertain some of that stuff a little bit more than they do. I think they try to like cater to the casual audience a lot who wouldn't appreciate that, but if they catered more toward the hardcore fan a little bit, I think the casual audience would follow. And I'm gonna die for this one. Yeah, well, Marvel vs. Capcom, that was like, I mean, I liked the first one too, but that really just blew me out. That was a great game. Like, you know, I thought the first one was super cool until I saw the second one. So I played that one first on the Dream. I don't know if I played it in the arcade first, but then I got it on the Dreamcast. Damn, Andor. So what do you think? Are we gonna see another Final Fight or what? Or Streets of Rage? I don't know. I think these games have, unfortunately, they've fallen out of favor. A remake would be nice. They should just give it to one of these like lesser known developers just to keep costs somewhat down, and hopefully they'll do a good job if they were to remake it. Am I done here? I got one more. Yeah, that was a good one. They did a good job with that. Surprisingly, I don't know. I'm getting my ass handed to me here. I'm surprised that I got past that without dying. Although I will die soon. Surf. Yeah, remember when I said I would die soon? Me too. I'm out of credits, man. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check out the Final Fight lore, just to catch up with the cool story behind Guy and Cody and all these guys. Oh, no kidding! Really, it was the same guy. That's how I know it's gonna be good. Then, thanks. I didn't know that. I didn't know the same composer for Rearm did the music for Double Impact. That's good to know. So I'm going to catch up on the Final Fight lore. I don't know, man. Like, I might be back on later on and dig out Streets of Rage or something and start playing that. Yeah, I think I'm going to head off. But if you're on later, you might catch me. I might play Streets of Rage because now you got that in my mind. So, hey man, thanks for watching me. I appreciate it. And thanks for giving me the heads up on some of these games.
When they learned of Hager's plans, they took immediate action to bring this new mayor under their control.
Have a good one, man. See ya.